Biryani is something which I can have every single day. If you belong to the same tribe, then this recipe is something that you should definitely try. Hi guys, welcome to Vidya Cooking Diary. Today let's see how to make restaurant style mushroom biryani, which is really easy and super delicious. So without any delay, let's dive into the recipe. To make this biryani, we need about 3 large onions and 2 large tomatoes and 1 green chilli. Chop 1 onion lengthwise like this and the rest of 2 chop into tiny bits like this. Now let's take the tomatoes and roughly chop it and let's add it to the mixie. Let's also add the green chilli. And now I have soaked about 2 teaspoons of cashew nuts and let's make a paste of it. Now let's take about 1 cup of long grain basmati rice and let's wash it thoroughly at least 3 times. Now let's soak this rice in water for about 15 minutes. Let's start making the fried onions, for which I've taken about 3 tablespoons of oil and I'll be adding all the onions which I've cut lengthwise. Now let's toss it around and let's wait until it changes its color to complete dark brown. This process will take about 10 minutes. Do this in medium flame. Don't keep the flame too high because it will end up burning. So be careful. This is a very important element of a good biryani. So don't skip this step. Do spend about 10 minutes to make this. And your biryani will be delicious. Now these fried onions are ready. So let's take it on a tissue like this and let's spread it around and let's keep it aside. Now I'll be making the mushroom masala in the same pan. There is some leftover oil to which I'll be adding about 2 teaspoons of ghee. And now let's add the dry spices, which includes 2 bay leaves and about 5 cloves and 1 big stick of cinnamon and star anise. Let's toss this until it leaves nice aroma. That would take about 30 seconds in medium flame. It's all fragrant now. So let's go ahead and add the chopped onions. And let's fry it until it changes its color to light brown. This process is very important to get the most authentic restaurant-like biryani. Frying the onions is a most important part. I forgot to add some jeera, so I'm adding it now. Let's give it a nice mix. Meanwhile, let's start making the rice, for which I've taken lots of water and I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of ghee. Meanwhile, my onions has changed color into light brownish and it looks perfect. Let's chop the mushrooms and keep it ready. Now let's add about 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Be very careful at this stage because it has a tendency to splutter all around. So mix it up quickly until the raw smell disappears. Now let's add all other spices, which includes 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder, about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Let's give it a nice mix. Now let's add the tomato cashew paste which we had done and kept earlier. Let's lightly mix this. And now I'll be adding about half a cup of water to the mixie jar. And I'll be adding it to the masala. Let's cover this and cook for about 10 minutes or until the oil separates. Meanwhile, the water which I kept for the rice is boiling. So let's add the soaked rice and let's wait for it to cook for about 90%. I forgot to add salt, so now I'll be adding salt and I'll be waiting for the oil to separate. So the oil has separated and it looks perfect to me. The masala is all ready. Now let's add the mushrooms and let's cook the mushrooms. There is no requirement to add any water at this stage because mushroom releases a lot of water. So let's cover and cook it for about 5 minutes and the masala will be all ready. So the rice is also ready. It has cooked about 90%. Let's turn off the flame and let's drain the water. The mushroom masala is also ready here. Let's give it a final toss and let's turn off the flame. Let's spread it evenly like this and let's start adding the rice. Let's make one big layer of rice. I am assembling it in the same pan in which I made the masala and the fried onions. Now I have made a mixture of pudina as well as coriander leaves. I've chopped it finely and now let's layer it all around the rice. And let's add a layer of fried onions. Now let's add the remaining white rice and let's repeat the same process. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you like this video, do consider liking it and sharing it and as well as subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now let's make a finishing touch with some more coriander leaves and pudina leaves as well as the fried onions. Now let's create a dum by covering it and cooking it, but not directly on the flame, but let's place this pan upon an iron skillet like this and keeping the flame at the lowest. Let's cook this for about 10 minutes. My entire home is filled with the aroma of this delicious biryani. You guys should definitely try this and let me know how did it turn out. Now let's transfer the cooked biryani to a nice serving bowl like this. This biryani goes really well with some onion raita. Do give this recipe a try and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.